Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw and original takes on a wide range of sports and entertainment. It's your boy Henny Dre.
It's John.
And this is the Pham Perspective. We won't got all the facts.
Nope.
But we all gonna keep it 100 with all the opinions that we do give.
100 at a 0, 1,000.
Episode 47.
47.
You don't know, it's 47 weeks. Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just week 5 of the NFL just passed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna touch the topic. You know what I'm saying? Give the episode the actual topic, like I guess scheduled topic, I guess or whatever.
Yeah.
The power of the athlete. That's what I titled. That's what the title of this episode gonna be. Mm-hmm. But first, we're gonna talk about these athletes and just week 5 of the NFL. We got actually the game going on right now. The Bills versus the Titans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday night special.
Right. When the last time you heard of an NFL game played on a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday.
You don't even remember?
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
That probably happened in history more, at least probably once. I don't know. But
right. Speaking of the power of athletes and sports, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Talk about a sport that took over a whole day. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And now they working on the whole week.
Slowly but surely, man. NFL will be on like 4 days a week.
No, but
they're on 3 days already.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, I really wouldn't mind, every day coming home after work and just knowing the game gonna be on.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
Like a game that's like live, not
that's what I'm saying.
Old school junk.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
They can always go back.
They can make it happen.
Yeah, you can always go back to ESPN News, whatever.
That's what
classics.
I'm saying. They can make it happen. They can make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And they just be greedy though, because they'll be taken away from all the major sports. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only thing. But
that's why they stuck to they got stuck with their Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They took a whole day. They took it away from the church, basically. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Shout out to everybody at church.
Right. Definitely.
They at least keep it. Unless they go
at
to London.
After church.
Yeah, I'm saying.
At least keep it after church. You know what I'm saying? That 1 o'clock start. So.
Unless they're in London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Taking over countries too.
That's a fact.
Power of sports.
NFL number one. Listen, NFL is number one like sport like in America.
Oh yeah.
You know, soccer's overseas and all that. Soccer's the biggest shit ever overseas and stuff like that. But
they call it football over there. That's why
technically, you know what I'm saying, right? So football
in America, we got they call it American football. So
right. So you know what I'm saying. So definitely, I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying. Like you said, to come home, 7 o'clock, do a 7 o'clock joint every day. Or every other day, you know what I'm saying? Like you said,
just even no background noise and all that. Like I don't even care who playing. Just it's a live game.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shit, everything will go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything will go up. You know what I'm saying? Like viewers, everything will go up because
more consistent.
That's more consistent. You can focus on one game too. You know what I'm saying? So everything go up. Betting, and that's everything. Like also everything in the world.
That real quick before we get into the scores of last week and all that and the week 6 matchup. Mm-hmm. That is I've been seeing a lot lately. They talk about that's the YouTube game right now. I seen a video the other day. This dude I watch all the time, and he was actually giving a breakdown of how him and his cameraman, how they shoot the videos, how they post them, and all that. Mm-hmm. But one key thing he said, speaking on the NFL trying to take over the whole week, one thing he said is if you not posting a video every day on YouTube and you trying to be in the YouTube game, you ain't gonna be in the YouTube game.
Yeah, I can see, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I be trying to keep up with like IG with like, posting a couple things, you know what I'm saying, at least trying to do my job, because I know you handle a lot of the work behind the scenes and cutting and editing and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, so I try to play my part on the IG and just try to keep up, you know what I'm saying, with the times and at the minute, at least much as I can, for away from work and at work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely.
I'll definitely be taking breaks at work, trying to make some posters.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I see some shit, I be trying to be the first one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or at least one of the people that be up there, you know what I'm saying? Like after the game ends, I try to have one posted ready, cropped and tagged and everything like that. So then when that shit say final score, I'll press the damn.
And you still don't be the first one.
And I still don't be the first one. I'll be like, God damn.
How the internet work.
That's a fact. How the internet work, hell yeah.
They got, some probably got rooms just like this, but full of computers.
But like I said, though, they wait, shit, it'd be like 10 seconds left. They just said, fuck it, I'm pressing it.
Right.
I wait till the game stays 0.
They early like J.R. Smith with his shirt off.
Shit, right. They early like the newspapers and shit. Like how you have yesterday's news at 2:00 in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit be happening and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, definitely.
But week 5 just passes. It was a few surprises this week. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
If you want to get into the scores of the week 5 final scores, then we get into a couple key games, I guess. Real quick.
For sure. Like I said, we had the Thursday night. We had the Bears and Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? The Bears ended up beating the Buccaneers 2019 on that one. So that was a shocker to me. I think. You know what I mean? Even though they somewhat of a rival, but that was just a shocker to me. Like for the Bears to pull out the victory. You know what I'm saying? With Nick Foles and that. So that was a good game right there. The other game was you got Falcons beating. The Falcons losing. That's why they fired everybody. The GM, coach, all that was gone. It was overdue on that one, but they lost to the Panthers 23-16. The shocking game, I think everybody was pretty shocked of, was how the Raiders handled the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying?
Handled them.
They handled them. You know what I'm saying? The score is a little, it seemed a little close, but
Tariq Hill Jr. out there.
Yeah, so it was 40-32 in that game. Of course, we lost 30-10. You know what I'm saying? To the Arizona Cardinals. The Eagles lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Battle of Pennsylvania. And that was 38-29 in that game. The Rams beat your Washington football team.
Mm-hmm. Another challenge on me.
Yeah.
We just keeping. I'm gonna put a little tally jump.
Listen, and we just keeping we just let go Bell for nothing. So yeah, my team might be losing the rest of the season.
He might have to do 16.
Right. So I'm rooting for the goddamn Washington football team right now. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But y'all lost 30-10. The Bengals lost to the Baltimore Ravens 27-3. I thought that game was gonna be a little closer, to be honest. In that game, because they're a rivalry or whatever. And one of the games I called the Baltimore and Cincinnati.
Okay,
I thought that game was gonna be a little closer, but Baltimore, showed their true colors. You know what I'm saying in that one.
They bounced back.
Yeah, they bounced back. You know what I'm saying. The Texans beat one of my picks on Pham lines. They beat the Jaguars 30-10. You got the Dolphins. That was a surprising one to me too. The Dolphins beat the San Francisco 49ers, and they spanked them too, 43-17. They took Jimmy G out at halftime, so. That shows how bad he was doing, you know what I'm saying, throughout the game. You know
Right.
The Browns, you know what I mean, keep on rolling. You know what I mean? I know you call them Doogie Stains. You know what I'm saying? Doogie draws and all that, you know what I mean? But they beat the Colts, you know what I'm saying, one of the top teams in the AFC. They beat them.
That was another surprise.
Yeah, they beat them 32-23, you know what I'm saying? And the rivalry game, which we saw poor Dak, you know what I'm saying, get hurt in that game. But the Dallas did end up pulling it out in overtime, 37-24. Actually, in regular
regular time.
Yeah, regular time. Then Minnesota and Seattle played a tough one, you know what I mean, that night, Sunday night game.
I missed the end of that game.
Yeah, 27-26. That was a good
game. Knew it was gonna happen too. When I changed it, I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, watch this happen.
Listen, man, when you got the front runner MVP, man, you got Russell in general.
No, because I changed it.
You know what I'm saying?
I changed it because it was 2 minutes, it was like 1:55 left or something.
Yeah.
And the other team still had the ball. So I'm like...
Right, yeah, he thought it was over.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I'm going to watch SportsCenter because at the same time...
SportsCenter top 10.
Yeah, at the same time,
the
Lakers just won. So I wanted to see what they were saying too.
Right.
But I just knew that something was going to happen, and sure enough, that boy...
Listen. If you want to watch something 9 times out of 10 exciting that go down to the wire, Sunday night games.
Sunday night games.
Especially if you got Seattle or you got Green Bay.
Right.
It's always going to be an exciting ending to them games. You know what I mean? To take you into overtime. And I don't mean overtime literally, but like past 12 o'clock to the next day. You know what I'm saying? With the games online and like comes to the final drive.
Right. And if you wanna down to the wire game that's not entertaining, just check out Sunday Night Baseball. Because they're going to take you to about 1 in the morning, too.
That's a fact. Like you said, right, you're going to extra innings. All them Sunday nights do going fucking extra innings. You be like, damn. Like you said, you want to watch sports before you go to sleep or see a crazy play or something like that live where they reaction. Sunday night baseball be on.
I gotta go to work.
And it'd be late because it shows SportsCenter. Like if you look at the guide, it shows SportsCenter.
Yeah.
And the game's still on. You're like, what the fuck?
It's the worst when you get bopped.
And then you think they doing like a rerun and shit. You're like, this is a rerun? Oh no, this live. What the fuck? They in 13th inning this shit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's true though. And then the Monday night game yesterday, the Saints came back on the Chargers 30-27. So.
Yeah, but shout out to Justin Herbert though.
Yeah. Now he looking good though. He looking good, but that shows an overall good team though, because they like overall solid like team. You know what I'm saying? So once he get a little better,
he's showing a little more than skill though. That's why I say shout out to him. No, he's showing that because somebody else pointed it out too, and it made me think back when he played against Brady. He was, you know how in basketball they go back and forth. They pick they player and okay, you make it, I make it, you make it. Right. He was doing that with Brady. You know what I'm saying? That take another type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he made them couple little Ricky mistakes and stuff.
Oh, yes, that's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen, and like you said, right. It all depends on how you bounce back. And like I said, Tyrod ain't seen that job back. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. So. No shout out to that doctor. I got to argue.
They got to sue that nigga, man. That's what I said. If that nigga don't have an NFL career after this, nigga gonna get sued.
That's a conspiracy right there. We ain't got to get into.
Right. That's a fact.
But the Browns game was a surprise for me, only because somebody on Facebook called out. You know, they was like, "Yo, what about Phillip Rivers as an MVP candidate?" And they pointed out that, you know, the Colts was the number one defense or the number one scoring defense in the league and all that. And, you know, a lot of stats that I didn't know. I didn't even know they was 3-1. You know what I'm saying? When they lost to the Jags, it was like, they crossed my mind.
They're quiet. They're one of them quiet, like, that you're going to look at week 10, week 11 and be like, oh, they 3 games over 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you're going to look at them.
Yeah, but so that game kind of surprised me, how they came out. But, I don't know about the Dolphins, but definitely the Chiefs game surprised me.
Yeah. I just said the Dolphins more and the Raiders because like how they dominated the games. You know what I'm saying? Like Oakland. Las Vegas, sorry. I still gotta get used to it. Las Vegas like dominated that game from beginning to end. And that's the same for Miami. Like Miami was swept 14-0 like this. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, and they kept the foot on the pedal. You know what I'm saying? And they won the game, both won respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So
the one thing that I just think about with San Fran, I just like I don't know the exact injuries, but I know San Fran ain't 100 like at all. You know what I'm saying? That's
what I'm saying. Like I said, before the beginning of the season, I was like, I got San Fran and KC running it back.
Yeah,
but shit now with Nick Bosa and the other cat, both. So I think 2 defensive starters gone for the season. Gone for the season. You got Jimmy G that ain't 100. You got Mostert and Coleman. They received their 2 top running backs gone, at least for a couple weeks. Debo just coming back, you know what I'm saying? So they banged up everywhere, you know what I mean? They line banged up, so yeah, that's a team that need to like pull out a game here and there till everybody get healthy, hopefully, and then you know try to make it. But that division is crazy though.
Yeah, I thought the Raiders was a little more surprising to me, more so because like what I learned from that, like you could see the growth in John Gruden of all people. You know what I'm saying? Man, you could see that, you know, give him a couple years, he gonna put something together. But you can also tell he watching that team that they was playing. Like I just said, Henry Ruggs Jr. I said Henry Ruggs Jr. Tyreek Hill Jr., Henry Ruggs. Yeah. You know, he looking just like him out there. He got his own. You know what I'm saying? He got his own weapon. And they coming off the week where, you know, Derek Carr, like, man, I'm tired of losing type junk. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact. And they got a lot of young Josh Jacobs out there running over people. You know what I'm saying?
Just like when we, like I said, go back to the discussions, you know what I'm saying? Because we know what we talking about. We don't know all the facts. But we know what we talking about. And we say, listen, like, this is Gruden's team now. Like, he got his pieces in there. You know what I'm saying? He got his players and the games he want to play and the style he want to play. And it's coming. And you know what I'm saying? Now it's showing. You know what I'm saying?
And it should at least show all these other teams, you got to give somebody a chance to get their own squad. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like, I seen an interesting...
To a certain extent, though. Like, my boy...
I'm about to say, I think it was that y'all that he traded everybody. Like, he got a whole, like, 80% of the new roster or something.
Like I said, because...
Or it was either y'all or Chargers. That got like 80% new roster since y'all coach came in.
I think it might be the Chargers. I mean, us too though. Like we got a lot of turnover because like all our old guys are gone and we just been replacing it, and the guys that we coming replacing isn't that great. And then they gone in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So we got basically we only got like 2 first-round picks that we drafted in like the last 10 years that's still on the roster, basically. You know what I'm saying? And that's May and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of 10 years, and you only got 2 people, you know what I'm saying, that you drafted in the first round. Like, you know what I mean? So that shows bad, you know what I'm saying, GM and scouting and shit like that, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because even those players ain't like they went somewhere else and flourished, you know what I'm saying? They just some of them niggas out the league. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just like LeBron in the NBA, where like every time he win, that first year is always the test run. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He always get there the second year. You know what I'm saying? And do it the second year.
Right, and that's what I said. Like I said, with my team, like I wasn't expecting. You know what I'm saying? A major change, like far as like, oh, we're going for a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, we got the same record, or maybe, you know what I mean, one win higher, and we looking more better. Like we looking more as a team and shit like that, looking a little better. I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? But we just falling apart, you know what I'm saying? And shit, when the players and everybody else isn't getting along with coaches and stuff like that, like it's time for a change, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't the right guy from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody really wanted him as a fan and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want him, you know what I'm saying? I wanted McCarthy, who's Dallas coach now, but he wanted more power, you know what I'm saying? More like GM and shit like that. And then look, 3 months later, like we get rid of our GM. You know what I'm saying? So that it didn't make sense to me with that, where you didn't want to give up the power, but then 2-3 months later, you fired the GM anyways. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Y'all people need a little bit more, a little more critical thinking over there. It's seem like
my owner runs Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah,
he don't know nothing about football.
Nah,
all he goes,
that play team.
That's what I'm saying, right? All he do is show up in events with his Jets hat, and that's it, and donate money. You know, that's to be honest as a fan. That's all he doing. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, so that's why they be like, oh, he should sell the team and stuff like that. You know what I mean? For an owner that's more invested in, you know what I'm saying? But just hire the right GM. I think Douglas is good, but we'll see, man. I don't want to spend too much time on my team, you know what I'm saying? I know it's our show, so we can talk a little bit more about our teams, but
we try to focus on everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. But,
the only show that focus on everybody besides Sports Center, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact, yeah. That's a fact.
But real quick, last couple notes about Week 5. We got a high note. Alex Smith came back. You know, it was a high note and a low note because he also got sacked a whole bunch of times. I thought he was about to break his leg again. The same way. Like,
listen, if this was a perfect test run, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you need to get hit. Like, you need to get hit to bounce back and be like, all right, I'm good. Mm-hmm. That was that game because, like you said, he got put on the floor. Mm-hmm. Even some plays, like we were saying.
I didn't think he was that ready to get hit like that. Right. Like, I thought he still had a few more weeks to come back.
Like, me too, though. I didn't think he was active.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thought they were still getting ready. Like, that's what I'm saying. Me too. When I saw him and shit, then like we said, like some of them was like, all right, we're gonna let up. The whistle blows. We're gonna hold you up.
Nah, there was a couple of them like that, but the other time they wasn't worried about it.
Right, that's a fact. So that was the perfect test run if you want to test any injury.
And they told my boy to stay home. That's what I heard.
Who that? Haskins? Mentally.
Nah, no, I don't know if he was actually on the sidelines. To be honest, I was doing some other stuff. I couldn't pay too much attention to the game.
Right.
But I just seen on Facebook real quick. It could have been a troll talking about Washington told him to stay home.
I saw something trolling too, but at the same time, like you said, you got to pay attention next week. See if you see him on the sidelines, like trying to learn. Like you said that he wasn't trying to be into it. Mm-hmm. If he don't show none of that, he gone.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying, it's sad, but he gone. And also they said, you know, as long as Allen is healthy or whatever, he's gonna be the starter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically, that's what they're saying is Alex Smith wasn't all the way ready, but. Shit, we had to put somebody in. That's basically what they just basically said with that one. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, going back to Dak, like that was a bad injury, man.
Shout out to Dak. I had the same exact injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the exact, because my bone ain't pop out the skin, but it was basically the same exact injury. Like you said it looked like his shoe was off. Nah, his whole foot was gone. Right. Like, mine was the same way. Right. I looked down. Crazy. Like, first of all, it sounds
that shit live.
First of all, if you ain't never experienced breaking a bone, it sounds like you breaking a tree branch, like off the tree. Like you hang on it, and just it snap like that. That's how it sounds like inside your body. And then, like the same, like I don't know how he was so calm just holding it like that, because I went crazy. Because like you said, it looked like his foot was out the shoe. That's what I saw when I looked down. It was a lump in my sock, and I was like, "Oh,
that shit would be crazy."
I threw my helmet and all that. He was just holding it. Like,
I said the same shit too, though. But at the same time, he got his helmet, so you don't really know.
Right, he was just holding it though, like
because afterwards, like you know what I'm saying, you can see his emotion after he took his helmet off and stuff. So.
It's that shock too, though. That shock don't have you feel nothing. Though.
Hell yeah.
Because they told me the same, like, they don't know how I was so calm, like, why they was messing with it. I don't know, man.
Right, you zoned out for a minute, like I said. Until you got on that shit and you like, oh, okay, then once that pain, it ain't, before they started giving me medicine and shit.
If you ever break a bone, listen, when they say take your medication an hour before you're supposed to, take it an hour before you're supposed to.
I believe it 100%.
That's the worst pain I ever felt in my life.
I believe it 100%. It be simple shit that they tell you, like you said, take your medicine beforehand and you don't get it.
Yeah, that was the worst pain of my life. But shout out to him. The way this season going, he might be back before the end of the season.
Yeah, because they said what? How long?
4 to 6 months, but I think somebody else that had the same injury too, tweeted out, he gonna be back stronger than ever and all that. But me, it took me 4 months because I played baseball that year. But baseball is a whole different sport. But at the same time, I'm thinking he got the best care. Like he gonna come the best physical therapy.
So you got what? So you got what? He'll come back what? December? How it's looking?
December.
You said 4 months?
4 months.
Oh, he ain't coming back this season then. If you
That's February. February is the Super Bowl. Yeah, but they did say with COVID they prepared. Adam Schefter said that they prepared to move the Super Bowl back to March or April.
Nah, if they do that, if the NFL season knock on wood and everything, how it's going though, because they moving games all the way around.
That's what I'm saying. Like the way it's going, he might have a chance.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna get extended. So
T.O. came back in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But at the same time, if you rolling with Andy Dalton and you make the playoffs, why? You know what I'm saying? Why bring that?
You don't trust Andy Dalton in the playoffs. I mean,
not in the playoffs. I trust Andy Dalton in the regular season, especially with that team. Man, they got weapons, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a solid. He's one of the best. He is the best backup in football, just about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah. I told like, I'm cool. I'm cool with Dallas fans. So I'm talking to a Dallas fan, and I'm telling them like, to be real, like not even to be funny. He's still like probably the best quarterback in the division right now. Like he can make the playoffs. I know that.
I still got Wentz though, but yeah, better than Washington football team. And we don't know. They don't know what they got in the Giants yet.
I was like,
take him over them.
Yeah, I was like, he ain't no scrub. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah. That's what I'm saying. He the best backup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dallas knew what they were doing.
Got him for cheap too.
Once they signed him, that's when the ruffle started. Like, you know what I mean? If we don't sign Dak, we'll be okay.
Right.
Nah.
So
they playing work.
So week 6, real quick, we got Washington facing the New York Giants. I need to win that game because NFC East fans is just. We all wrecked, so we all gonna talk our junk and all that. So if you lose, you ain't gonna hear the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Texans versus Titans. Titans, they gonna play that game?
Yeah.
they okay?
Yeah.
Okay. The Bengals versus the Colts.
Yeah.
The Falcons versus the Vikings. Let's see if Minnesota can pull that one off. Falcons terrible. Yeah, Shout out to Raheem Morris though. Defensive coordinator.
He's a coach now.
Yeah, the interim coach.
Ex-coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was defensive coordinator too, right?
Was he?
Yeah, I believe so.
I ain't looked that deep into it.
Yeah.
The Broncos versus the Patriots.
Yep.
Ravens versus the Eagles.
Yep.
Browns versus the Steelers. Yep. Divisional game there. Steelers is a surprising 4-0 too. Shout out to them. Mike Tomlin. Oh man, Mike Tomlin.
That's the organization. That's the perfect organization. Like I said, from top to bottom.
The Bears versus the Panthers. That was another one we forgot to talk about that. Nick Foles over Brady. Nick Foles over Brady. It wasn't no fluke, huh? They both on new teams.
It was undefeated against Brady shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oof. I know you scared. You scared of them Dolphins. Jets versus the Dolphins.
Man, we just traded our best damn weapon. Yeah, we trying to.
Oh yeah, breaking news.
God damn. We straight, you know what I'm saying? Let go of Le'Veon Bell for fucking nothing.
Yeah, y'all needed to get something for him. And
that's what I said. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was just saying everywhere. Like, it's terrible. Like, we couldn't get nothing for him.
Shout out to Le'Veon, though. Yo, Washington got a spot. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, now he going to go to a winner. Like I said, like I was telling cameraman Jason, I was like, yo, the perfect spot, I think, would be the Rams.
The Rams, they just let go of Gurley. And
you know what I'm saying? They don't really got no, you know what I'm saying, top runner over there.
Yeah, they got Akers. I think he a rookie.
Like I said, they don't got no top run over there, and the offense is clicking, and they're contenders. So
he would want to go.
He ain't
to
going
LA
to no bum.
He would want to go to LA.
And he ain't going to no bums and nothing like that. He want to go to a contender. So I can see him there. You know what I'm saying?
Got the Lions versus their cousins, the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the Packers versus the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good game. That's Rodgers versus Brady right there.
Sir.
Ooh,
yes, sir.
Ooh. And the Rams versus the 49ers. Then we got We got 2 Monday nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 Monday nights. KC playing, you know that.
Yep. Chiefs versus the Bills and Cardinals versus the Cowboys.
Yeah, Bills got to come back, man. They got to bounce back.
Yeah,
from the spanking from Tennessee today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Tennessee, they proved themselves.
That's a fact. Tennessee is still undefeated, you know what I'm saying, this season. You know what I mean? Shout out to them, you know what I mean? Because nobody expected Tennessee to be this good. And like I said, they dominated the Bills tonight in this game. Like I said, we air Thursdays, but Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, we record and shit like that. And Tennessee definitely put it on the Bills, you know what I mean? Made them look like the old Bills, you know what I'm saying? Sad to say, but.
Yeah, we still love you, Bills Mafia. Still love, we don't want no beef. We don't want no beef.
I don't want no smoke, trust me. I go to a few Bills games a year. I don't want none of smoke. But yeah, the teams, it'll be Tennessee, Green Bay, and that's it, I think. Pittsburgh.
Undefeated?
That's the only undefeated team. Then Seahawks.
Okay.
That's the 4 undefeated teams left now after tonight's game with Tennessee and Bills.
You know what I'm saying? Check out Pham Lions every Sunday. You heard before the games.
Yes, sir.
Get your betting on. See if we can win some money, baby.
Win something.
NBA. The NBA is over.
It's over.
First of all, you know what I'm saying? We said it last episode. You know, it might be over before we hit. We was hoping to get y'all Game 7. You know what I'm saying? But we ran out of gas. What can I say? We
definitely ran out of gas.
You know what I'm saying? We couldn't put no more on the fire. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely ran out of gas. But man, hey man, I respect y'all though. Definitely.
I told you 5 games. I tried to give you a chance to say 6. I tried to.
No, what I said. I said
Lakers in 5.
Right. No, I said what I said. I said LeBron in 5, Lakers in 6. Remember? You was laughing at that shit. You was like, yeah, see LeBron. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jimmy and the Heat, man. They did their thing, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing to mess with. Ain't nothing to mess with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all team to be reckoned with for the next couple of years, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like, y'all add a piece or two. Like I said, the Heat, like I said, they one of them organizations, man. They good. You know what I'm saying? Good
the Steelers of the NBA? Steelers of the
Probably.
NBA? The new Steelers of the NBA?
One of those.
Play defense and play rugged. You know what I'm saying?
So, you got to think, if they talking about one of the biggest players to trade or sign to y'all.
Yeah. Well,
you know y'all a good organization. You know what I'm saying? To get even mentioned like that. You know
and we had them before.
What?
When Bron came through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That whole culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right.
That whole culture.
Y'all get the Greek freak over there.
Yeah, but you know, I just want to, you know, we spent all that time talking about the Heat because, you know, we was the underdogs. I'm a Heat fan and all that.
Give them more
you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Definitely shout out to the Heat.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Not equally, but we also Brown fans, you know what I'm saying? And we got to show Brian his love. And you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into no debates or nothing like everybody else been on this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna embrace the greatness of what he done.
Embrace the greatness.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, he's the only. Him and MJ are now the only people to win 4 finals and 4 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is the first. You got to mention that. He the first with 3 teams. You know what I'm saying?
3 teams.
Whether
that's my only thing.
It's
that's just my only thing.
And to me, it's not even like the biggest thing, but when you think about in the perspective, you know what I'm saying? When you a journeyman, you're not expected to win no championship. You just supposed to be the role player.
Right.
But he the first person that is like the man. The journeyman. Like he self-proclaimed journeyman, and he going to take over team. Like he told her, like, you know, I imagine his energy was, yeah, let's get these titles up. Come on, Magic. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he first met with Magic that day.
Shit, that's what Magic brought to him. Like, listen, we're gonna do everything. We already know what you bring to the table.
But I think LeBron understood that already though. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he know the level.
You know
of
everything.
You know what I'm saying? He know the level of pressure it is to win in Laker town.
I respect LeBron for that move because that was a move that you wasn't gonna win that year. That first year, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went to the Heat. It was expected, and they did with a championship.
And to be real, you know he went to the championship. And to be real, if he didn't get hurt,
they would have made something.
They would have made the playoffs.
Definitely made the playoffs.
Like,
yeah, they definitely made the playoffs.
So he would have been still up there. Like, and in the playoffs, you can't. The resume speaks for itself. In the playoffs, you can never count out LeBron.
Hell, fuck. That's what I said. As long as you got the king, man, with you, man. Shout out to my son, King. Yeah, you got a chance, man. That's what I said. I ain't betting against the king, man, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
saying? Somebody put a picture up that they felt it was disrespecting Kyrie, and they said it was a picture of they said Kyrie without Brown is John Wall. And
Kyrie without Brown is John Wall.
So
I agree 1,000%.
That's what I was saying, but the person found it disrespectful, and I was like, well, if you think about it,
who wouldn't want John Wall on their team though?
I was like, John Wall is one way more. Well, he's more athletic than Kyrie, first of all. But just like winning wise, I was like, yeah, think about it. When LeBron left, Kyrie was the best at losing.
Shit, before LeBron came.
Yeah, well,
the same shit. He was the best at losing too. Like Cleveland, them didn't make no playoffs before LeBron. Kyrie was dropping 25 and 10. Them niggas wasn't making no playoffs. They're like, yeah, Kyrie, nice.
Yeah. So speaking on the greatness, you know what I'm saying? Bron left. First of all, Bron made it with Mo Williams before he left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't win. But he made it with Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Yeah, Wally Zerbiak over there. Shout out Wally Zerbiak.
What was old boy name? Number 21. Hickson? Remember Hickson?
Hickson. Yeah, he made it. Eric Snow was over there.
Wasn't Antoine Walker over there for a minute?
I don't know.
I don't know. He played for Boston.
Delonte Walker. I mean,
Delonte West.
Delonte West.
You know what I'm saying? He made it with all them before he even left.
Right.
Like, he didn't win, but he made it.
Like you said, yeah. That shows the greatness that he can. Like they said, LeBron can get you one. You know how they be saying that one player can get you one? You know what I'm saying?
Even this year. Like, you got the Danny Green who got championships. You got JaVale McGee that got championships. You got Rajon Rondo that got a championship before this one. But, in all perspective, again.
That perspective.
Two of those players didn't really do nothing in the finals. They ain't play no part in it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
And the second point is Bron just gave mad people their first.
Man, that's a fact. Man.
And he brought J.R. Smith, who messed up the other one, and gave him another one. Without you just got to be a roster spot, right?
Without him giving any kind of minutes, right?
He just got to be.
He didn't get shit.
And he was the first one to grab the trophy too.
Right.
Shout out
first
to J.R. Smith.
Shirt off, everything. Like nigga.
Yo, J.R. Smith had his shirt off with 2 minutes left.
Like my nigga, he didn't get no burn. Like, well, fuck it. I was saying for Deion Waiters, he ain't played.
Right, yo, shout out to Deion Waiters. He played.
He was getting a ring. That nigga was getting a ring regardless, win or lose. He was getting a heat from the Heat and from the Lakers. So that nigga was a win-win.
You know,
so shout out to Deion Waiters.
Did you know that like people like us and all that, like if you commentate for a specific team, you get a ring too?
What? Shout out to them. Shout out to the beat writers for the LA Lakers.
I don't know who exactly, but I know they was interviewing Magic Johnson and he was like shouting them out like, yeah, y'all get one too, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I say the close ones, yeah, absolutely.
You know,
but they part of the team, shit, yeah, for the most part. But yeah, shout out to, like I said, shout out to the King, man. Like I said, that's the only thing I take from him from being over Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Is just the being on different teams. Like if you'd have did all that in Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? Like. Went to 10 championships and shit like that. That was come on, man. Not just everything. You know what I mean? Even now, you can still, you know what I'm saying, debate. You know what I'm saying? But
nobody thought he was going to win one in Cleveland.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When he did that, when he went to Cleveland, when he came back to Cleveland and won that, I was like, all right, he solidified number 2 to me. You know what I'm saying? With that comeback. You know what I'm saying? Then with the Lakers, like I said, he can't go no higher. You know what I'm saying? Unless like, maybe they three-peat right now or something like that, some crazy shit, and he win like them MVPs.
Right,
and then he up there. But
that's what had me thinking. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So I can't say he ain't never gonna pass him, but for right now, it might not be anything he can do.
It had me thinking because just how fresh he looked. Playing like he didn't look like he missed a step.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
He can play at least 2 years at this level.
That's right what. Now. Yeah, that's what a lot of people was giving him 2 years.
At least 2 years.
But who?
So he playing 20 years easy.
Somebody said, "Oh, I forget exactly who said it, but somebody wanted like a player or something was like, "Yo, Bron could play into his 40s. Like
he could.
It's just a matter of when he chooses to hand it over to Anthony Davis.
Shit, if Davis stays,
because Davis won. He got.
Come on home.
He got his
coming home.
He got his first chip at the same age LeBron got his first chip.
Coming home. Come on home.
That's
you already got your chip, man. So just come to Chicago. You already got your chip. You know what I'm saying? You got bread. It ain't like you ain't gonna get no more bread with Chicago. And do it like LeBron did. Bring a title back to Chicago, man. That's my ad.
He gonna wait till LeBron leave for that.
That's a fact. He gonna sign with them 2 and 2s.
That's what he said.
Gone.
No, him and Rondo, him and Rondo on the same type of time. Rondo was like, man, LeBron ain't about to lose another championship as long as I play for the team or something like that.
That's a fact. No, exactly. Yeah, Rondo ain't. Listen, shout out to Rondo because shout out to him and shout out to Caldwell Pope, man, because they played their position, man, because they. Especially Cole.
Up when they needed to.
Especially him, because he wasn't doing shit. They ain't paying this nigga money. They was like, oh, he
was killing us with the timely threes.
Right. He was like, he just a clutch sports player, so that's why they signed him and gave him money. But listen, he was the clutch, man. Literally, just like the clutch, just like the agency. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely clutch, man. Putting up 17 and 18, and like you said, hitting timely threes and stuff like that. He was definitely one of the X factors, him and Rondo, man, for that series. Because LeBron gonna put up his numbers, you know what I'm saying? And AD gonna do what AD do. And even he had some days off, you know what I'm saying? But they definitely came through, you know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to them too, for sure.
Nah, for real. Because playoff Rondo, he tried to deny it, but they gave him the facts on the interview. Mm-hmm. He was like, I could dig it. I could dig it. He was like, I could dig it. He was like, no, I'm good all the time.
Right.
You know, that ego. We're going to get into that too, right? But, shout out to the Lakers tying the Boston Celtics, you know what I'm saying, for the most championship. This is the first time that they tied them. They evened it up since 68 or something, 62?
That's crazy.
And then I went back, you see the list, and you see, Boston,
Boston
10 straight years of championships.
So I'm about to say, listen, man.
That joint said 91, 61, 62, 63,
Listen,
64,
man.
66.
But that's why they.
67, 68.
That's why they try to. That's why they.
Bill Russell.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why when they talk about Russell, they be like, he up there. But it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? He's playing against people like me and your height. You know
Nah. This is what you gotta say. This is what you gotta think though, because this is what a lot of people don't say.
And then Chamberlain came. Though.
But no, he was playing against Chamberlain. Yeah. Chamberlain could never beat him. Chamberlain would be mad because he averaged 50 the whole season and then lose to Bill Russell in the championship every year.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. But I'm just saying in general though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you got to shout out to him. Shit, after that, he was the damn coach. He was the first player coach.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I remember. I was saying. I think LeBron might end up leading to that. Like,
good man. He could.
Him and Jason Kidd.
He could. Frank. Hey man, all he wants is goddamn respect. I just want my respect.
I like how he said that. It sounded like he didn't really want to say that though.
Yeah, no.
Like he fell back. Like, should I say it? You know, like one of them moments. One of them moments. Like,
yeah, but
they gonna kill me or not?
Right. At the same time, like nigga, that's how I feel though. Nigga.
Yeah.
I want my shit too. He wanted to say more than that, but
yeah.
You know, LeBron the face of everything.
You
know, he the face of everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the King, man. For doing King shit.
We're definitely gonna talk about him in this topic too.
You know what I'm saying?
Big role in this topic.
What? He one of the number one people.
You know what I'm saying? But quick shout out to them. You know, winning. You know, whatever. Next season, January. I say whatever because you'll beat the Heat. Whatever. MLB is only Atlanta and the Dodgers left in the playoffs, and the Tampa Bay Braves, who unfortunately beat the New York Yankees, playing against the Cheaters. And I think they took the first game on them too, right? Or they're tied 1-1.
Who that?
The Rays and the Astros.
Yeah, I think the Tampa Bay did take the game. I know the Braves won yesterday and they was winning big today.
We called it, right?
Yeah.
We called it right in the beginning before the baseball season started. Like, this is one of them years where it's gonna be a nobody who went like Atlanta versus Tampa Bay in the World Series looking like?
It could be. That's what it's looking like.
60 games. Hey, anything can happen.
That's what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Tampa Bay leads the series 2-0.
Oh, yeah, they did. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They losing 1-0 tonight in the third inning. Atlanta spanking the Dodgers for the second straight night.
Shout out to Tone.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Tone. You know what I'm saying? 8-3. You know what I'm saying? Top of the ninth. So they're like they're gonna go 2-0 on them too. So definitely shout out to that. Let's go Rays. Rays Atlanta. Fuck it.
Word, different. Everything different.
Fuck the Astros. Fuck y'all niggas.
Stole some championships.
Yeah, stole every goddamn thing. But,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know when the Astros, see, I'm about to kill it right. When everybody found out they were stealing signs and cheating, and they done stole probably, allegedly, you know what I'm saying, stole some championships from other teams that they might not like. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Dodgers over there on the other side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all that. But it speaks to to what I wanted to talk to in this episode, and just the effect that little cheating scandal had on not only the MLB, not only the sports world, but the world in general. Everybody had a reaction to that. Everybody looked at Houston like, you broke a cardinal rule. Like, yeah, it's not in the rule books, but this is competition. Right. This is like, and the whole world.
Technically, it's in the rule book, shit. But you can't cheat that way.
But the whole world took effect to it though. Like it like kind of disrespectful.
Right, disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? Because we fans, and the point is, sports affect the whole world, and that's the point I wanted to get to in this episode. And it's kind of we lining up halfway too, so it's kind of lining up good. The power of specifically the power of the athlete and sports in general. I say sports in general because doing the research and all that, you find a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I just want to speak to like the power not only in sports but in the world that athletes have. And I don't know, ask questions why, what we think about it, get our perspective on what's the reason why we doing a sports podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is sports so powerful and so important? And the athlete itself you look up to and all that. And that I just want to start speaking on that. You know what I'm saying? Being as so that, basketball season just ended, baseball season is coming to an end too. You know what I'm saying? I want to focus a little bit more on deeper topics, get us talking about the intricacies of the sports culture. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know how I got that word out.
But you did.
Hey, the power of the athlete. You know what I'm saying? But I just got I did this like 15 minutes before we start. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's all good.
But I went back and I listed a whole bunch of like moments in sport, powerful moments in sport. So just for example, I don't know if you feel free to add on whenever you want to add on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lead the way.
We got like moments like Jackie Robinson. Like you're gonna notice a theme in the beginning, but it broadens out. You know what I'm saying? Jackie Robinson comes into the league, the first black player in the MLB. Now, not only does that change the whole spectrum of the MLB, that affects the players in the MLB. Because, of course, if it's an all-white league, players is going to feel some type of way. Fans is feeling some type of way. But it's both ways. Because the other fans is feeling some type. We got hope. You know what I'm saying? We got this. That's our brother getting in the league. This is a chance for us. It bridges the gap.
Right.
So that was, number 42, first black player, Brooklyn Dodgers, talking about the Dodgers. Dodgers still prominent in the baseball game.
Right.
But changing the whole spectrum of it make the whole world look at each other different because now I gotta root for this team. This is my favorite team. But back then I don't like black people. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you said, right?
But now I gotta cheer for him because he might hit a home run. He the best player on my team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And just the power. Like, that's an example of, what I'm trying to get to in this episode.
Yeah. Like you said, it changed everything. Just like you said, as far as like, now you got to root for him. Now I'm rooting for, excuse me, French and stuff like that. Jackie Robinson. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then he gets more respect, you know what I'm saying? Getting autographs and the younger generation is looking at him like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's African American, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's my hero.
Especially if they youngsters, they looking up like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
they looking up like this is different.
But they not even looking at he black, he all that. He just like
that's what I'm saying. That's the bigger picture.
He doing his thing,
and it starts up top too, like I said, because then the parents and stuff like that is not using that word or just in general like respecting, getting more respect at the end of the day.
Another example I wanted to say was the Dream Team. We all watched the Last Dance. The Dream Team putting pressure on the rest of the world to step your athleticism up. That's you know what I'm saying? We coming with our best because y'all starting to compete. When we gonna show y'all how minuscule y'all efforts are when we send our big dogs. Now that forces the rest of the world to, and it's not only basketball at that sense, is that we got to make sure our country is on point and up to par with the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so just the symbolism of this team coming in and destroying us. We can't let that happen, and it changes the whole energy. Like it changes everything.
Changes everything, even to like today. Like when you get players like Luka and stuff like that, that get inspired from, you know what I mean? Like say seeing Jordan and the Dream Team coming to their countries like rock stars, and just like going back to like Jackie Robinson, they looking up like, oh damn, Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like Magic. I want to be like Bird. Like, and then they emulate their games, and they you know what I'm saying? And they elevate as far as the game wise, because, you know, other countries and stuff like that, their game are monitored and stuff like that by other people. But when they see Mike flying with the tongue out, you see Iverson crossing people over, just in general, even on TV, like they see that and they want to they mimic them, you know what I'm saying? They game, they dress, everything, you know what I'm saying?
I think it speaks to hope.
That too.
It gives a lot of hope. Like, for another example I wrote down was the Miracle on Ice.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When the U.S. beat the Soviet Union, it was severe underdogs.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it gave not only our country, and like I keep reiterating, it affects the whole world and more than just sports.
Yeah.
Because now the Soviet Union, yeah, they disappointed their hockey team lost. But knowing the Soviet Union, knowing, you know, Putin and all of them, they also gonna ramp everything up. Like, now we about to get everything right, because we're not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah, you gotta step
you know what
it
I'm
up.
saying?
Absolutely.
But on the flip side, it's giving the whole U.S. hope. Like, oh nah, we ready. Like, it give the younger kids, it give even the people that like say old fans of hockey that never seen the U.S. beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just like you said, getting more inspiration. Like you said, looking at in general, and even if he wasn't like you said, just the whole general impact of sports. Like, even if you're not a hockey fan, like, you know, we ain't the biggest hockey fan. We don't know too much about it, you know what I'm saying? But we know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a moment in history that everyone knows, you know what I'm saying, whether they watch hockey or not. It's about that Miracle on Ice, you know what I'm saying? And about us with the biggest upset and stuff like that. So that's the power. That's the power that sports have, man.
And more than just inspiration, the power is the you know, shout out to J.R. Smith, because this is where it all stems from. Speaking about how, you know, the NBA was forced players were held accountable, held to a higher standard, held to all of this than the president at the moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The athlete has to watch their mouth. The athlete has to watch their actions. The athlete can't go outside because he gonna get everybody sick. But the president don't, like, and it's showing, like, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. I did my research and everything. I even went into like, right before this, I was like, yo, I want to research the origin of sports. You know what I'm saying? And it's mixed stuff, because I know, just, you know, from stuff I've read before, stuff I watched before, I know back in the day they used to play basically soccer with you know, after they behead people and they use their head as a soccer ball, and it's this little hole and all that. Ancient times, like they throw the head through the hole. Like, you go way back for sports like that. But the original one that everybody talks about, I think it's the Christian one. You know what I'm saying? Is it started in ancient Greece. You know what I'm saying? I want to 776 BC was the first ever organized Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Olympics were made to honor the gods.
Right.
And entertainment and rituals and all that.
Yeah, that's what you see like in the movies.
So
like
yeah,
the games.
so from the beginning of time, from sports being even to take that back even farther, the first sport ever started, I guess, was actually wrestling. You know, it's logical.
Yeah.
Not even gladiator, it's just logical. And I had a conversation with my pops right before this, and I'm like, just asking questions, like, because what is it about sports that the human nature is just to naturally love the competition, love the sport, and love the, like, we ain't really like taught it. We just, if we see a football, ooh, like when we kids, like, it was a football. Like, we just born to love all these things. But they go back to back then. Is it an ego thing, or is it a survival thing? Is it a I want to beat him up, or is it I want to train the rest of my family so that we safe?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how did it start? Like,
how did it start?
You'll never know.
Yeah,
but
I'm about to say we'll never know. But
to put our perspective on it, like
to put our perspective, I think a lot of it is just like you said, go back to survival. I would say, you know what I'm saying? Go back to survival, and I go back to the ancient, like you said, wars and the military, and like I said, just battling for your country and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got to battle home, or not even being in the in them type of situations. It's just I got to battle. I got to you know what I mean? Like battle home. Like I got to stay. My family got to stay safe. So I got to battle the intruders that's come try to intrude and take over our town or whatever like that. So it's like you said, it's a battle of like I said, trying to protect your family and protect your village. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so I think it starts more from survival, and that's when it comes to the friendly. Like you said, they might wrestle, they might do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just in combat to train each other, and we still do that to this day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they more training each other. But at the same time, you got to be able to protect your at that point tribe, because they said they found wrestling in the cave paintings in France. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 15,000 years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To put it in that perspective, 776 BC is only about 3,000 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 3,000 years ago, that's when the Olympics started, and all they did was run. They did chariot races, running races, jumping, discus, and javelin throw.
That's what I about to say. They had to do the javelin. I could just picture javelin.
Okay, so real quick before we move on, why is the javelin throw the only one that everybody remember and nobody ever watch it?
Like I said, I could picture right. Like I said, I could picture
throwing arrows, throwing spears,
right. Throwing the spears, like you said, the bow and arrows,
the ancestors.
Like you said, right. That's what I'm saying. It goes back to like the survival thing. Like you got to practice on that, practice on your aim and stuff like that. So I can see that.
It's just so fascinating how learning something like that is passed down within the genes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just in us.
Right.
It's just natural for us. It's like we're natural warriors. You know what I'm saying? Right. We love football. Why? I say it all the time. We love football. Why? Because it's a simulation of war. Yeah. Nobody died. Right. But we're going to go to war and our team going to come on top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
when you look at it, when you put it in that perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, my team versus your team.
You know what I'm saying?
And at the same time, I got to get better, so I got to train. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, absolutely.
But in instead of all that, you know what I'm saying? Sports, the power of sports and the energy itself is so real. You know what I'm saying? But you got to commend all these athletes that recognize their power. And, you know, one of my questions was, will athletes ever truly recognize their full potential and the power they have, or, you know, and to make changes? And when I say that, I was thinking about people like Bron. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Bron opening schools. Bron taking it in his own hands. Right. You know what I'm saying? Being an athlete, you know, we could get into, you know, I don't really got too much research on why these athletes get paid as much as they get paid. Mm-hmm. But, you know, with that blessing, certain athletes use their athlete power. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron's voice is just as powerful as anybody in this world.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un is a fan of freaking Dennis Rodman, like, right. And have him come over. Like
you said, man, listen, power out of athlete, man, like you said, it's bigger. It's bigger
MJ changed the world.
Yeah, it's bigger than any politician, any president. Words can go. You know what I'm saying? If Brian say something and Trump was to say the same thing, Brian gonna touch way more people than Trump will. You know what I'm saying? And the positive level as well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, positive, especially talking about Brian. Yeah. But my question is, with all of this, is why? You know, that's always my question on everything. Why is it like that? Like how did we get to the point where the athlete's voice is more powerful than the president's voice?
I say because the more of Americans can relate to their story.
So the athlete story?
If that makes sense. Yeah. The athlete story.
Because we all play ball.
Right.
Whether we was good or not.
Right. Whether we're good or not, in the same struggle that we had to go through to go to practice. Like I said, go through injuries. Your home upbringing wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? Your struggle to get to where you was at. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of these politicians, to be honest, you know, it's go down from their genes. You know what I'm saying? Like they uncle or they parents were politicians somewhere. They tied in. LeBron, kid from Akron. You know You know what I'm saying? Raised by his mama. You know what I'm saying? Single child. In basically the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. To be who he is now. You know what I'm saying? It could have went the other way. You know what I'm saying? So people can more relate to that struggle. I would say, in my perspective, you know what I'm saying? We can relate to that struggle and be like, damn, if he could do it, if this kid from Akron, single parent, raised by his mom, can make it, you know what I'm saying? I got a chance to make it. And he's a minority, you know what I'm saying? As far as that aspect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I definitely understand what you're saying. I just want to take, we probably going to be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But I want to take it deeper than that. I think it's just the athlete itself is the ultimate symbolism of evolution.
Yeah, like you said, we saying the same thing, right?
But I'm talking about evolution from like way back in our genes. You know, the human species evolves, and I think it's just in us as a species to always crave to be better, to do better, to make better things. I think as far as a species, I know that we're here to make better things.
Absolutely.
That's basically all we're here for.
Absolutely.
But it's like in our heart, it's like hardwired into our system to love seeing people elevate and knowing that. See, if he could get to that point, I know it's at least possible that I could get to that point.
It's a possibility, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a possibility, and it can, like I said,
it shows you dreams can come true and all that. Like,
right, and like you said, it shows you can do it, and a simple word or simple greeting, you know what I mean, can make a child change his ways. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron walk somewhere and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, kid, and talk to him for a second. I could change it.
Sports and being an athlete is way more spiritual than people would even mention. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes that mindset, that dedication to even get to that spot of where a professional athlete is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But also, even at the lowest level athlete, you're going to have moments where you're going to test your heart, test your courage, test your mind. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to make or break you. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But that's what people crave, I feel like. Like, that's what...
Yeah, and like you said, even if you not the best, like you said, but it's that challenge and it's that inspiration and it's that just being in a group setting. And just like I said, just being in that and getting that mind state can change your ways in life in general. Like you said, you could be a bench player, but if you see Andre that made it to the league, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's inspirational. Like, maybe I don't go to the NBA, but I go to college and I'll be something with myself.
I'll be the coach to make
That's
the
what
next.
I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying?
Make the next one.
And that's just a word that you got from this person, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way to elevation, you know what I'm saying? And then going back to like sports, everything in general, sports make the world go round. You know what I'm saying? Once sports came back around, man, everyone kind of eased a little bit, like they can breathe. Like we got something to distract us for a little while, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, and you still go back to motivation.
It's weird. Like it's like it's hardwired into us.
Right,
like
exactly.
It's our drug. Like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I go back to the sports, man. That's what I'm saying. We feed for it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we ready to play it again, you know what I'm saying? Once everything get right, you know what I mean, too.
So before we end the podcast, just keep it on this. Let me just get your perspective, and I don't know, I'll give my perspective. And I feel like we both gonna have the same person in mind when I ask this question. Yep. Being as, you know, we just talked about how an athlete's voice is sometimes more powerful than our actual president. Can you see any former professional athlete as president?
Any formal? Like
former? Like,
former?
They're not going to be in the league playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking about even in the future, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say, 10 years from now, we know LeBron ain't going to be playing in the league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but LeBron, I don't think LeBron will take that role of trying to be president. I think he build more schools and elevate that way.
He don't got to be president to do what he do. Okay.
That's what he's doing now. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Like I said, we'll take it back. I just want to take it back real quick. Far as like you talking about people playing and what they can do. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they could do. They get that check. You know what I'm saying? And do it the right way, like LeBron doing schools, investing in this, and then one day they can go and buy a team, and then they can be their own boss. You know what I'm saying? Just to take it back to what you was talking about earlier. And how they get paid is just everybody get checks. You know what I'm saying? That's how they evaluate the players, and that's how they pay the players. But I don't know. I don't really know who I can see in sports, any sport to be running for anything.
Tim Tebow.
I don't see anything. If you put it in that perspective, you know what I'm saying? I can see Tim Tebow being something.
He ain't the greatest, but people listen to him for some reason.
I can see Tebow. He could definitely be a mayor somewhere. Start there. I could definitely see Tebow being a mayor somewhere, starting there, and go from there. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else just try to be, you know what I mean, do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't see LeBron doing that. You know
I could see LeBron in that position, like you said. I don't think he would. Right. Because I don't think he would want. I think he got enough of that talk about him.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
You know, he got enough of that. He just want to lay back. His name's Slim of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
But I could see. I think I could. I think I could see a player at some point as president. Like, and like it might not be the star player, but it's gonna be somebody on the team where the star player gonna be like, hey, yo, man. He's gonna be president.
Yeah. Like you said, go back to the power of the athlete, man. If that player is somewhat respected,
if he nice, the world changing.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So however he wants to change it.
If Tom Brady decided to go to be president in 10 years,
I don't know if I trust that.
You don't trust Brady? I think he'll win. I think he'll win. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what party he'll be in too. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, but
I think I know what party he'll be.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm just saying the power of the athlete. He will win that. Yeah, he will win it. That's what I'm trying to say. Just going back to the power.
Like if Donald Trump, a reality star, could win it, an athlete,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The only
fucking lot.
That's what I'm saying. The only people that's not gonna vote for that athlete is
California. That's crazy.
Is the rival team that he used to play for.
Right. That's the only where.
But hold up. Just pay our respect. We ain't gonna count out the WNBA or none of them.
Nah.
Because we might have a female president. Because the way they be moving with they protests and all that.
That's a fact.
They just might. If they get shown their respect.
Listen, man, I see within the next 10 years, I see a female president. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 10 years is 2 terms. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, 2 terms. Like after this one, because you know what I'm saying? After this one,
I can see it.
Yeah, if Hillary,
I don't know who.
If Hillary had all her ducks in a row, she would have won, you know what I'm saying? But everybody had little skeletons in the closet and shit like that.
I don't know if you watched Harry Potter, but she reminded me of the lady that took over the school one year. Yeah. Like
I said, everybody got little skeletons and shit. She would have definitely won, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely see a woman president, man. Women are changing the world in general.
Let's leave that question for the listeners though. Mm-hmm. Hey yo, man, just think about this. Can you ever see an athlete, a former athlete, someone who might be former in 10 years, 20 years, whatever? Can you ever see an athlete, former professional athlete, as president? Yeah. Let's leave that to y'all. Who y'all think? You know what I'm saying? If y'all can see it.
That's a fact. Yeah, right. Definitely. Just throw some names and we'll you know what I mean, be the judge and see whether we think it's a good person or not. You know what I mean? Him or her. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Word.
That's a good question to ask. And got me in deeper thinking. So I'll definitely come in 1 or 2 next.
That's why I can't. That's why I write my notes, man. It's different when you got the notes and you know.
Absolutely, right. No, absolutely. That's definitely gonna look at a couple people.
Word. But just everybody, you know, think of what we talked about right there, the power of an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And you know, me personally, I ain't got no kids, but I would say, you know what I'm saying, pay attention. And if your kids is in that athlete lane, hey yo man, put 100% in that, because that could possibly bring you a little bit influence into even if they not an athlete, and you know when they grow up, people to know them. You know what I'm saying? And just being an athlete give you that extra recognition, extra little stuff, you know, that people mess with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you everything.
Right, if you a city legend, you know what I'm saying, people gonna know you. You know, you do some stuff in your town.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Just being in sports in general, like I said, sports make the world go round because you make friends. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You get your son to interact or your daughter to interact more and meet more people that can lead into, you know what I mean, great things.
Network.
Exactly.
Network through sports.
Exactly.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But this has been episode 47.
47.
You know what I'm saying? I think this was a different one, but it was good. We covered everything, I think, on that one.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're growing every week. You know what I mean? We go deeper in discussions of certain things. You know what I mean? We disagree, agree on it. certain things. You know what I mean? That's what we, like you said, we give.
Right, and I ain't even mentioned everything. I ain't even mentioned because
give our perspective.
Because I could have mentioned the 1964 boycott with Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, and how that connected to the 2020 walk off when old boy got killed. What's his name? Jonathan Blake. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, the whole world stopped when no sports was playing, man.
Right, like I said, you can go a lot of things. Like I said, you go Muhammad Ali sending him to jail and shit like that for not.
I got it right there.
All that.
I got it right there.
You know what I mean? Like I said, you got Arthur
O.J. Simpson didn't do it.
Right. You got Arthur Ashe, you know what I'm saying, winning the tennis and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So Tiger Woods changing the landscape of golf. Like, you can go into a lot of things, man. You can go into a lot of things, you know what I'm saying?
And not only sports. The world, because
right.
when all this stuff happened, the world started looking at each other different. The world started looking at themselves different.
Right, the world stopped. Like you said with that OJ, the world stopped and watched the OJ trial.
The world. How about Tyson versus Roy Jones? 2 billion people want to see it.
That's a fact.
2 billion people?
Right.
Oh,
you know
that's Tyson.
Right, that's a fact. Like you said, the world, sports make the world go round in general, man. So. Like I said, power to the athlete. Athletes getting more power. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, too.
You already know. This is the Pham Perspective. We out.
Peace.